That's a special behind the scenes audio commentary.
Do you ever see that link where someone posts a joke and they're like, "Oh, for the cutest pets, check out xhamster.com." You're like, "Don't do it, dude." Yeah, don't do it.
I feel you fallen for that a few times.
Yeah.
Mom, don't bug me when I'm cleaning my room.
It's the Dyson. Never lose the suction.
Titillating.
That's the second time you should say, yeah, it's just titillating.
Titillating. That's a very fun word. Titillating. Titty.
Titty.
Booby. It's boobilating.
And we're back, folks.
And we're back, Mr. March.
So just to recap, we've talked about nothing important, and
Justin
we didn't
lost
miss
his pants.
anything. And Justin got his pubes.
You didn't tell him about my butt pubes, did you?
What?
Oh,
did you think it unnecessary to see the Indian's butt crack?
Oh, so yeah, let's bring it back. Let's go back to the old days because we haven't done this in a while. But well, what about your Week in Geek there, buddy?
Week in Geek has been good.
We haven't done that in forever.
Week in Geek has been good. As always, lots of comics. I read the origin of Captain Marvel. Nice. So the Carol Danvers one from the movie, that was really cool. I'm reading Shazam right now, so I want to get ready for the movies. A lot of Game of Thrones, catching up on Game of Thrones because that comes out in
April, right?
April 16th. That will be out.
I can't wait for the Deadwood movie.
Oh, Deadwood movie? Nice,
dude. You didn't see watch the HBO trailer for this year. The Deadwood movie comes out this year too.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Yeah, no, that's
I had a little bit of a chubby when I saw that.
Did you? You're like,
I was like, oh, Timothy Olyphante.
I've been watching a lot of stuff on Netflix and stuff. I've been watching The Umbrella Academy. I haven't gotten all the way through it, but I've been enjoying that. Week in Geek definitely has been just about like watching a lot of the media that's around. Just like the Dragon Prince and anything that's on Netflix or Hulu. Yeah,
that main guy is scary. For which one?
Oh yeah, are you talking about Umbrella Academy
or Deadwood?
Oh, Deadwood. Yeah. Is that Ian McShane? Or,
yeah.
I always confuse him with, or Michael McShane. I always confuse him with the guy whose line is it anyway.
Oh, he's at Deadwood.
Yeah. No, Deadwood's a great show.
Dude, I was sad when they got the writer's strike and they canceled that. That was sad. I love that show.
Yeah, that ruined everything.
It did. It really did.
That's right around the time that like True Blood was trying to hit its stride, and then it's like season 2 and everything's like, this is the worst.
Oh my God, it's Twilight.
Yeah, it was not even that. It was just like, what the hell happened? It's like, let's just not talk about this season.
I'll be honest, True Blood was good, and then all of a sudden I remember watching it, and it was like, holy shit, this is Twilight now.
I don't know. It's weird. I liked Russell Edrington. It's like you have like a fancy dandy, like old queen vampire.
Yeah, the dandy boy.
Yeah, and he's like the most powerful vampire around. He like tears someone's spine out. Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
Can you imagine if they turned like someone that was a little bit dandy today into a vampire? Like,
yeah,
ripping their spine. Ew, it's all over my hands.
Finger licking good. Yeah,
that's not the only thing that sucks.
But you know what though? I think that's the way you have to go to kind of change that stigma and like empower those types of characters. Where it's like before they'd be looked down upon. Where it's like now times have kind of changed around us. If you go back and listen to like a Sam Kinison CD now or something like that, you're kind of like, ooh, yeah, we don't do that anymore, or we don't call them that because that's like not okay.
That's because people are pussies these days.
Yeah, in a sense, but it's like
no, not in a sense. They are.
Well,
I need a safe space. Someone told me something.
Yeah, no, I mean I agree. I agree with all that to a point, but it's like when you start getting into stuff like that.
You guys don't like
Alita. Yeah. Well, apparently you're gonna love this one because you know how much we love Bird Box, right?
Yeah.
So, she was the chick in Bird Box that was with the guy with the piercings and the tattoos and all that. So that was that chick from Alita.
Yeah.
Oh, so now I've seen. Yeah. Yeah. See, I like Sam Kinison. I like some of the stuff too, but then it's like you look at it and it's like, you know what? Some of the stuff that he says is just like it's not okay by today's standards. So if you can look at it through like the glasses,
but everybody's so uppity. What's good to today's standards?
Well, you can't be like overtly racist. Like you can't. It's just one of those things.
That's what made great comedy. I mean, look at Dave Chappelle.
Look,
Dave Chappelle was overly racist on everything, and he made some of the best comedy ever.
It's a difference. Like, I'm talking about like Sam Kinison live from Hell. And look, I like Sam Kinison. I'm just saying his stuff now is looked at with like different eyes. Like when he's like, "Oh, you should fucking kill all the Kurds." It's like, you know what? That's not stuff that we say anymore. Like you don't talk about mass genocide because it's like not as funny as it was back then. You know, with the Cold War and stuff. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about like the classic stuff. Yeah. Oh no, yeah. Well, Chris Rock, yeah. I mean, he is too, but it's not the same type of stuff.
No sex in the champagne.
Trust me on this. I got the CD Live from Hell in my car.
I mean, George Carlson the same way though.
No, you know what? If you look at him, he's a little bit different. He's got more of like a higher sort of educated humor. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, but
it holds up too. He's like 7 words you can't say on TV.
Yeah, but I don't know. Everybody's just a bunch of pussies and oversensitive to me these days.
I understand that point of view as well. You know, I get it.
I need my safe space.
Yes. See, that's the part that sucks. You know, where it's like no one can take a joke anymore. But it's like we've gotten to that point because of all of this stuff. So I mean, look at us. If you say one thing about you know, robot love, you know, it's like, hey, apparently we're not okay with that.
Everybody's different. Get over it.
I guess, yeah.
That's my outlook on life. Everybody's different. If we were all the same, we'd all be a bunch of boring fucks.
I'm physically attracted to female predators.
If you ever get a chance, there's a guy on YouTube called Catfish Cooley. He describes why everybody needs to be different, and I just love it because he's hammered while he's doing it. He's a drunken hillbilly, and he's like, "Hey, some people like fucking fat chicks, some people don't."
That sounds so eloquent. It's like, sure he's not related. Like,
he was great, man. He's hilarious.
That sounds pretty good. And I mean, I always trust someone named Catfish. I mean, he knows what he's doing.
Catfish Cooley. That's what he does. He's a hillbilly, dude. He's straight up hillbilly. He's missing teeth and he's covered in tattoos and shit.
Does he teach you how to like fix tractors?
No, he does like the stupid stuff, like the what was it, the Reaper chip challenge.
Oh, okay.
Chipper's doing 1 chip, he ate 2.
Well, I got a buddy that did that. Yeah. He did the world's hottest ramen. Oh my god! And I've seen this guy eat some peppers, man. But he was like, he was dying.
Yeah.
So we've gotten far off topic, but
that
was my Week in Geek. I was watching just a bunch of shows. Like I said, Umbrella Academy, watching Dragon Prince again, and just a lot of stuff on like Netflix right now. How about yourself?
My Week in Geek, not a really geeky week, really. I didn't do anything super geeky. I mean, we watch Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
And then this week I started kind of binge watching old episodes of Kitchen Nightmares with Gordon Ramsay.
Nice.
I don't know.
I started watching Cheers from the very beginning. Yeah. And it's really funny.
Don't you want to go where everybody knows your name?
I mean, that Diane is such an ice queen, but it's actually a really funny show, and I was surprised at how it holds up. I'm like, this is pretty good.
I haven't watched Cheers in years. But yeah, no, nothing really too geeky for me this week. A lot of work.
Yeah. So we were talking about a couple things, and you mentioned Captain Marvel. We're not going to spoil it in this one for anyone who hasn't gone out to see it. But as we talked about it, I liked it a little bit more than you did. But I will say this. The time of night that we saw it was very late. I passed out for at least a half hour, and I missed out on some things. I saw it again, and I liked it even more.
I was awake for the whole thing, and
which shocked me because I was really tired.
I just thought it was okay. And it's nothing. It's not like a lot of people are like, "Oh, Brie Larson's horrible as Captain Marvel." I don't think she was horrible. I think there were scenes where she was flat, where it was kind of like, you could have done a little more."
I think I know what that is, and a couple people have agreed with me on this. I think that there's a lot of forced humor where she's not really humorous. It's and she's like, good. Oh, I'm gonna get you now. Huh. Yeah. You know, it's kind of like that, and it's like, I don't know. Like, I wasn't completely convinced.
Like I said, my biggest problem was the fight scenes are just so dark that you can't see who the hell's fighting.
I agree with you on the one, because there's one fight scene in particular where it's blue light and half of the characters have blue colored skin.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a poor aesthetic choice.
And that was my biggest problem is you have these grand, huge fight scenes, and all of a sudden it's like, who the fuck's fighting?
Yeah, but someone else was telling me, they're like, I like the movie, but it's like, did you feel at any point like she was in any peril? And I'm like, I don't know if I felt she was in peril, but I felt like everybody else was, like there were bigger stakes.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you do when you have a character like this, where it's like there's bigger stakes to it.
Ben Mendelsohn did great.
Oh yeah, he was fantastic.
Yeah, and Sam Jackson did great.
Yeah.
But like I said, Brie Larson, it's not that I hated her as Captain Marvel. I just thought she fell a little flat.
Yeah, I think I mean, obviously we'll talk about Samuel L. Jackson. He's amazing, but Mendelsohn, was it Ben Mendelsohn?
Yeah.
I think he stole the movie. I mean, it's like if you were to pick out someone who's like,
I mean, come on,
hey, what's up, Creedence Guild?
He steals every movie.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, he was the bad guy in Batman.
Yep, he was the bad guy in Ready Player One.
Yeah, and Robin Hood.
Just
bring me the hood.
Oh,
that was
he was the bad guy in Robin Hood. He was the bad guy in Rogue One too, but I don't really care about that garbage. I didn't like Rogue One. I'm sorry.
Have yet to make it through the movie after watching it probably 6 times.
Did you watch the Darth Vader part?
No, I have literally fallen asleep every single time.
Anything that you've suggested to me, I've seen. You told me to see Get Out. I saw it and I loved it.
I never suggested Rogue One.
No, I suggested it.
Yeah,
I said you have to at least watch this.
And I've tried like 6 times. Literally about 15 to 20 minutes into the movie, I'm always.
Yeah. Well, skip the movie because it's like watching Titanic.
And then I wake up with like the fight scene with Forrest Whitaker, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker.
Why is Forrest Whitaker in this movie?
He's terrible. His best role was Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So
Saving Forrester was pretty good, or was that Sam? Or was that the?
No, he was in. Are you thinking of Finding Forrester?
Yeah,
Saving Silverman with Forrest Whitaker.
Silverman.
I like Neil Diamond. Yeah, and his eyes over here. He's like, "Is that Jack Black?" Heavy breathing. That's all I got. that's terrible.
I'm picturing him as in Tenacious D now.
Yeah, it's me, Tenacious D.
Sometimes it's just not right to do. Sometimes you want to make some love, and then you gotta fucking give her some smooches too.
You know a lot more of that song than I
Dude, I love Tenacious D.
That's great.
Sometimes you got to please. Or no, sometimes you got to squeeze. Sometimes you got to say please. I'll sing it backwards.
Is that from the Pick of Destiny?
No, that's just the Tenacious D album.
Oh, I don't have that. Yeah, I saw the movie. The movie was like okay. The old specials they had on HBO were pretty funny.
Yeah.
I should get into that.
Tenacious D. Yeah. All right. Well, back on topic.
Yeah. Well, what is the next topic then?
I don't know.
So, I was going to mention about shows that were coming out. Possibly.
Yeah, you were talking about shows.
Man, there's a bunch. I found a list of them, and it's even more than I thought. Oh, here's a picture of the Lego pirate ship from the 1980s that I never got as a kid. I don't know why I keep that around. I'm so salty. I hope we get to talk about.
Here's a picture of my Sports Illustrated football phone I never got.
All right, so
I should say I've been geeking out over the NFL too because it's free agent.
Yeah, Odell Beckham Jr. goes to the Browns.
Yeah, I mean I know this is a geek podcast, but we can talk about sports too, right?
Yeah, we can. Why not? I had a conversation about this today actually. So
yeah, I mean
before Facebook broke.
Yeah, so I mean this is geek out over sports too. But yeah, dude, I've been geeking out over free agency. My Arizona Cardinals have done okay.
Are they going to win many games this year, do you think?
I hope so. They're stacking the defense so far.
Okay. Well, that's one way to win games, and the other way is to have really talented people.
Well, we got Larry Fitzgerald. We got Patrick Peterson. We got Chandler Jones.
Are those good people?
Dude, aren't you a Patriots fan?
No. Come on. Why does everybody think that?
Because you're from New England.
That doesn't mean I'm a Patriots fan.
Well, then what team you like?
I don't like it. I don't have a horse in the show. That's how I live this long. Because I'm out here in Illinois.
You're that guy.
Like, you're a Bears fan. I'm like, fuck no.
You're that guy who's got the shirt that says "Go Sports Team."
Yes, exactly. I'm like, go sports ball. Let's put it in the goal and win a home run. You know?
Did you ever see the
I'm
IT
a baseball guy, man?
You ever see the IT crowd where they go to the soccer game?
All right.
How long do a soccer games last? Apparently a billion years. He kicked the ball. Now he has it.
What is happening?
Everybody will applaud. That's a predicament.
People, bunch of bastards. What are you doing? Legend.
He just tried to walk it in.
Oh no, he's stuck under her desk.
I used to love IT Crowd.
Oh, that's a great show. So, welcome to our podcast, all about IT Crowd.
We should do a show dedicated to the IT Crowd.
So I've been thinking
It's
about
a gay musical, and it's set in the 80s.
Did you take me to a gay musical?
I just like when he's like, "Oh no, it's set in the past. It's set in the 80s."
Yeah, Moss was great. I don't know what the hell happened to him. You know,
Richard Adoy, dude, he's on a lot of stuff actually. He directs a lot.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
he was so funny.
I mean, he went on. He did Neighborhood Watch with Ben Stiller,
which I actually liked.
That movie was great.
And it's
funny. Here's the thing: Asian woman, she hears a noise, she calls us, and then she sucks my balls.
Oh man. But it could happen.
I like yeah, and then he goes to the orgy. What's your name? Oh, don't worry, I'll get it in due course.
That was pretty funny. He's like, "No, I'm here to help you."
That was a great movie.
An underrated film, I think. You know, that movie did not need Jonah Hill.
No,
it didn't need him at all. And I think as much as like as
well,
good
I mean,
as Bill Vaughn,
he did bring some funny parts where he's like, "Nobody hurts my special friend Bob."
Yeah, but I feel like they could have done it without it. It could have. And monkeys could fly out my butt. Shut up.
Yeah, right.
Man, I like this Credence Guild, man. They're funny. They bring up Voltron, you know, all kinds of cool stuff. What a good group. So also fellow somebodies. So
all right.
Yeah. All right.
Sweet. Excellent.
Are
they in a forest with Heather Locklear and it's warm?
Garth, I might hurl.
Access denied.
Yeah, pretty much. So we were talking about
shows that are coming out. Let's talk about shows.
Let me give you the list of what is out right now.
Porn Princesses 4.
Just to give you the idea. So DuckTales, right? This is just stuff that's based on comics or comic properties or anything like that. Big Hero 6, the series.
Really?
Right? Yeah. Freedom Fighters: The Ray. That's not a series. That's a DVD that came out. Cloak and Dagger on Freeform.
Yeah.
Spider-Man season 2 on Disney XD. Preacher. Winona Earp. Fear the Walking Dead. Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Fear the Walking Dead can suck my balls.
Then the regular Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead's not bad.
The Gifted.
Fear the Walking Dead can suck my balls.
The Gifted. So like us. The Flash. Black Lightning. Riverdale. Teen Titans. Or Titans, I guess. Supergirl. Arrow for the moment.
Well, aren't those like all the CW shows kind of going to the wayside? Like, isn't
Legends
the Flash? Isn't he getting replaced?
I don't know. I
thought
think
I saw
he's still
something
around.
about that.
But we've got Runaways on Hulu. We've got DC Legends of Tomorrow, Gotham, Deadly Class on Sci-Fi, Umbrella Academy on Netflix. New one coming out on Netflix called Cannon Busters. Young Justice Outsiders on I can't speak. Young Justice Outsiders on DC Universe. Watchmen's coming out on HBO. Doom Patrol, which is crazy. It's crazy if you haven't seen it.
I've seen the previews. It looks pretty good.
Swamp Thing's coming out. Harley Quinn, Stargirl, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is out. iZombie.
I never got into
Krypton,
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Legion. The Boys, which will be coming out on Amazon Prime. Tick, which is on Amazon Prime. We're getting a Rocketeer show on
I
Disney.
did hear that. That's going to be cool.
Damage Control. New Warriors. Snowpiercer. Happy season 2, and Happy's on that.
Happy was great.
Swamp Thing is definitely.
Have you watched Happy?
Happy's a little nuts, isn't it? With Christopher Nolan.
Yeah,
I like it.
That was a great
it's
show,
a little crazy.
If you haven't watched Happy, it's on Hulu. Go check it out.
I will say there's also Why the Last Man coming out, which is a great book. You should definitely read that.
It's not just a clever title.
No. Why? Because we like you. You know. But I mean, this is just the list of stuff that's coming out, and that's just the list of stuff that's already out, and a little bit that's coming out. And it's like, what a golden age to be living in, right?
Yeah, Matt, Law and Order, dude, he is great and Happy.
Yeah, Christopher Meloni.
Yeah,
see, I remember him as
the
Keller. Wet Hot American Summer.
That reminds me of a Happy, like a drugged out version of that.
I mean, he was.
And actually, yeah. Speaking of it, in Wet Hot American Summer, he was talking to a can, so it just turned into now he talks to a magical horse.
Well, remember when wasn't it H. John Benjamin's character turned into like a melted puddle in like the second one? It was nuts. So that was a crazy one. But just what a heyday that we're living in with like all this stuff that's coming out. Even if you don't like it,
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck's coming out with a friggin' show. Yeah, it's insane. And it goes along with what I was saying earlier on the podcast when we were interrupted by the internet. Yeah,
we were rudely interrupted by Matt saying like
all the best media, right, for things that are either sci-fi or stuff like that is in horror are coming out on TV or on like a subscription service.
Yeah,
and all the movies right now are just not that good quality. So we end up with fucking Marwen. It's like stuff like that. It's like no one wants to see that.
Well, I think the thing is movie theaters probably in the future are going to become a thing of the past because they're not making as much money as they used to.
I could see that's why there's a movie
that's why they're switching
now
to subscription services so that way they get us in there and charge us $20 for a popcorn.
Now, I like movies because it's a place you could go and focus and you don't have to look at anything else.
See, I like it because it's an experience.
Yeah, I like that.
And you remember it more when you go see it at the theater than when you watch it at home.
But that's a slippery slope, too, because you're not going to go to the strip club now. That's an experience.
Is the girlfriend listening? No, I would never go to a strip club ever again.
I can't afford to. I mean,
they took enough of my money in my divorce days. Matt was there.
They're still taking it. You like movies at home so you can be naked. Yeah, but well, look at Pee Wee. Pee Wee wasn't.
Pee Wee,
focus on the D-bag.
The only celebrity to keep his hands to himself.
Hey, I might be that D-bag in front of you that checks this phone. So, because you never know. Tinder is a fickle mistress.
Oh, you're hitting the Tinder up.
No, I'm not.
You're like, no, I'm not.
Don't call me on my bullshit. Yeah. Yeah. He says
Pee Wee wasn't a jerk off theater.
Yeah, it was that kind. But it's funny because
you're talking about Justen. Yes, he was there too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I love it when we get that little YouTube thing that says held for review. I'm like, no, really, we're worse than what they could say.
Yeah.
So, checking Tinder now. Swipe left, my friend, and
Tinder
safe
bitch,
journeys.
Tinder bitch. Gotta swipe right on my Tinder bitch.
If that's not a song, I feel like it should be.
There's a girl, she's really ugly. Gonna go to the left. Sorry, honey, watch out. Here comes the Tinder bitch.
No, it's not that thing. I talked to someone one time, and he's like, "Oh, I just swipe right on everything." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get."
Tinder's like a box of chocolates.
He's like, "All right, let's do this." And I'm like, "Wow, you're an interesting individual."
So, tell me about yourself.
Yeah,
ground's bad.
I live in a pet cemetery. Well, I'm retired in Iowa.
It'd just be funny just to have a challenge where we pick up girls and talk to them, but we have to do like celebrity impressions the whole time we're talking to them.
I always thought about doing that, like starting out with like a German accent or something. My name is Klaus, and I'm here to say hello.
Hello, my name's Morgan Freeman, and I'd like to take you on a date.
A potpourri of people.
It's a buffet.
The day is mine. I'd love to do that. Like just throw that out there and be like, I'm 77 years old and I started out as James Bond.
I am a bodybuilder. I came to this country with like $5 into my pocket.
I would love that if you did that. Like, no, he's my uncle.
I love women.
He did say that.
I know.
So I sent you a link today. Did you see a chance to win and hang out and smoke cigars with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Dude, I would if I won, I'd just be like, hey,
pretty much.
He'd be like, it's okay to talk. How would you like to have a cigar?
So, I mean, we've talked about like meeting your heroes before and all that. I would absolutely hang out with him. Oh, dude, absolutely. There it is. Yeah. Yes. Yo, you did. Yeah. You caught the Derailers podcast. It was a lot of fun. They said that I actually helped derail them more than anyone within the beginning parts of the show. So, and Ripken and Goobs had to get me back on track. So
I like to derail women.
Wait, you derail them?
It's very difficult to do.
Wow.
Wow.
What do you say?
I say it's not a tumor.
I did a
one time the doctor was down there, he was checking. He said there's a lump on my balls. I said it's not a tumor.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
That is usually my pickup line for the girls.
Our mom says our dad's a sex machine. Welcome back to Kindergarten Cop, where we go minute by minute in Kindergarten Cop. Minute 12. Aaron says something
and then
funny.
after I'm done pleasuring them, I say, "Get to the chopper! Get out now!"
Give me a little Commando. We haven't heard that in a while.
Which one do you want to talk about? Commando 1 or the 2 that never came out?
No, not
I
the
filmed
2.
Commando 2.
He did? He really filmed?
I did not. I just fucking with you. It's just funny to see you look like, hey, I never saw this movie. I want to see this movie. And then I went on and I did The Predator.
You did that? Okay. So when did you do Total Recall, Arnold?
I don't remember that. I was so fucking drunk.
What have you been feeding this?
All I remember was there was a chick with 3 boobs.
I like this. Arnold sings the hits of 1993. How about a little...
Never gonna let you down. Turn around and forget you.
What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me. Yes. Don't hurt me no more.
I like that.
Baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby.
Wow. Wowie wow. It's so good. He's wearing gold diapers. Oh man.
Celebrity sing karaoke. Is that our new thing?
That wasn't gonna be, but I mean,
never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
Welcome to 1993. You like where this is going? I do too. It's yeah. So I don't know where you could go. How about some Spice Girls? That was in 1993, right?
If you want to be my lover, you have got to give.
I feel like we need to have a track, like a vocal track.
Back, all right. I tried out for the Backstreet Boys. They said I was too handsome. Then the Lance Bass grabbed my ass, and I said, "Dude, I like the ladies."
Arnold, I think that's NSYNC.
Whatever. All boy bands are the same. Siggy Sig, ah. Can't touch this, dude.
I love.
I'd do anything for love, but I won't do that.
Little meatloaf. Ah. Wow. I'd do anything for love. Wow. I don't know why, but I just felt like I need a little Owen. Wow. I don't know, man. That's some good stuff.
Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby.
You know the one that you're forgetting that would be the easiest to do it would be the
Woot, there it is.
Woot, there it is. Come on, louder. Woot, there it is. Michael Caine. You must say your name. Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
This is taking an interesting turn.
I like where it's going. I like this. I like this.
What if Leon Phelps was there?
Oh, what would he sing?
He would sing definitely something for the ladies.
It's for the ladies.
How about some pizza?
I'll make love to you like you always want me to. I'll hold you tight.
Is that Boys to Men?
Yeah. Baby, all through the net.
Okay. I was not expecting that, but that's good. Yeah.
Let's see. What else would there be?
I don't know. I always lose it at the moment.
I'm trying to think of what the hit songs were back then.
In 1993, that's I mean, I think of like Rump Shaker. From Rex and Effect.
Baby got back.
Yeah, that was probably.
I like that. Big hips, and I cannot lie.
I think that
those
was
other brothers can't deny when the bodybuilder walks in with this huge thing. I love women.
I think that's better than what they wrote. Yeah, that's pretty good. Whoop, there it is.
Work it real good.
So I want somebody to shove because I'm Andy Diaz. We haven't done that in a while, right?
Oh, I found this website where you can get celebrities, like you can pay them and to like wish you a happy birthday or something.
I saw that last year, yeah.
And for $40, you can get Andy Dick to say something. I totally wanted him to pay to be like, I heard you doing my impression. I hate you, Justin. This is Andy Dick.
I totally need that in my life. Yeah, I looked at that.
Cameo, yeah.
What was that? Is that rap or something?
No, Cameo is the name of the website.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
I saw they had John Delancey on there who played Q from Star Trek, and I'm like,
I've watched one podcast, and they pay like all the celebrities to like plug their podcast. Like they had Norm Macdonald.
How much do they pay them?
Some of I think Norm Macdonald's like $150.
That's it?
Yeah.
This is Norm Macdonald. Listen to my podcast. It's better than the show. Well, get it? Because he's a murderer.
He's like, this is Norm Macdonald, and you got those two gay guys on the show.
What's up with you? You want a Red Bull? Oh God.
They had Tyler Labine, and I was like, oh my God, I love Tyler Labine. But dude, he won't take. He takes your money and then just tells
Rip Taylor. Well, who else?
Oh man, fashioning a canoe.
Van Halen. Who? Is Dana Carvey on this website?
No, I looked. I looked for all the people that we absolutely would have to pay for, but none of them are there.
Is Will Sasso on it?
No,
he's not returning my phone calls.
I looked for Will Sasso. I looked for Dirty Work.
Dirty Work.
I've never seen so many dead hookers in my whole life. Lord knows I.
Could be worse. Could have had my nose bit off by a Saigon whore.
That's the Saigon whore that bit my nose off.
You could totally do like a cosplay as Chris Farley.
I was not gonna lie. Last night, because you brought up Saturday Night Live,
of course,
the other day, and I was like,
I was telling him I like it now. I think it's funny.
I watched a couple of the new ones, and they're all right.
The Jason Momoa one was really funny.
I haven't watched that one yet.
Oh, dude, it's good.
I watched the Idris Elba where he turns into the oversensitive white lady.
The Hulk.
The
Hulk. That was funny. And it was the woman with the phone.
Yeah, quit touching me. I'm taking a video of you. I'm calling the police. Yeah. I watched that. That was pretty good. I won't lie.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
But no, I ended up on the old Chris Farley of I live in a van down by the river.
And man, we acted out that whole sketch.
Oh,
and,
you're writing on paper? Oh, you're using your paper for doobies.
Well, actually, Matt, we've always said that we've supported him with his writing.
Lottie freaking da. Hey, Pops, shut your mouth.
You young lady, what do you want to do with your life? I want to live in a van down by the river.
Well, that's great, because you're going to live in a van down by the river.
Well, he's been down in the basement for the last 4 hours drinking coffee. Let me bring him on.
My name's Nick Foley. I'm a motivational speaker. Dude, I loved Chris Farley.
You know, it's
Donna, I thought you were on a diet.
That's happy bitch. I'm starving. That's the one I was thinking. That's like his most underrated sketch.
Yeah.
So that and the Paul McCartney, it's like you know back when and we do this a lot too. We actually do that a lot. He's like, you know, back when they said that like Paul was dead.
Yeah, we did that.
You weren't really dead.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
We do that a lot. We're just sitting there talking about stuff. We're spitballing ideas. We just kind of like, you know, we did that thing about that thing. That was awesome.
It was good times, man. It was good times, and I love the classic Saturday Night Live guys were just so iconic because these are the guys that like became like the next Bill Murrays and Dan Aykroyds and all them. So with their Basmatics, you take a single bass, you put it in the blender, and you press the button, and it makes a wonderful smoothie shake that's wonderful and delicious and nutritious. The Basmatic shake.
My favorite one was the Wheaties donuts. He's smoking the cigarette while he's running.
Yeah, they're like tiny chocolate donuts.
Yeah, Jim Belushi got the cigarette. And
he was a madman.
Yeah.
Did you know he was best friends with Robin Williams?
No, I can imagine that.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, pass the Coke. What kind of drugs are we doing today? Don't mind if I do. Wow! No.
I'm a zit. Get it?
And their comedy was so different too. It's like it's high energy, but it's like Belushi was so different.
Did you ever see his tryout was the Sandwich Samurai?
Oh yeah, with the sword and all that. Yeah, he was pretty funny. A lot of those guys were nuts.
I'm Gumby, damn it.
I'm Gumby.
I mean, come on. Everybody forgets Robert Downey Jr. was even on the show.
I don't.
He was a piece of luggage.
Yeah, he was on the show, I think, the same year as Larry David. And
yeah, he was on that weird that 80s time when it wasn't that great.
Yeah, but that was when, what's his name had left. So, you know, it's funny. It's like we always go back to that classic, Saturday Night Live. And, you know, they say on the show that you always go back to when you were kind of like in like high school or college, kind of that. But I think that it gets a bad rap, and it's still a pretty funny show.
I don't go back.
I think Bill Hader was amazing on it.
I watched so much Saturday Night Live when I was a kid.
You sound like a man describing porn right now. You're like, oh man, the things I've seen.
The things I've seen, children.
Ex-hamster.
But sadly, dude, it's kind of the truth though, because you watch comedians and stuff nowadays. Some of them are funny, but a lot of them I just sit there and go, "You're not that funny."
Yeah, John Mulaney. I'm gonna give you that one. So I watched him host twice in a year, and he's like, "Hey everyone, I'm gonna tell you something now," and I'm like, "Oh, you sound like my grandmother."
He's like a weird Jerry Springer wannabe.
He is not.
Not a Jerry Springer, Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah,
wannabe.
he absolutely is a Jerry Seinfeld wannabe, and he's not funny. And
I mean, he did great as Spider Pig.
That was it. Yeah, and he's good on like his voice is good on.
I did find it in the dumpster
Big Mouth.
under my bed.
What are these? Those are comedy. I plan on making a movie one day, and it's going to be like one of those Stand By Me movies, where it's like a bunch of kids in the 80s or something like that, and they're going on a trip, but they're not going to be looking for a dead body. They're looking for someone's mythical stash of porno. Because it's that tale that everybody had growing up.
Where did you get these Saturday Night Live DVDs? I learned from watching you.
They say that under a rock in the wall, in a rock that shouldn't be there, there's a mystical magazine.
The problem with your movie plot would be they'd find it and it'd be a bunch of old VHSs and a bunch of kids would go, "What the fuck are these?"
That would be funny if they got there. That'd be the funny payoff. They'd be like,
"Fuck's got a VHS?
What the heck
player?
is this? Betamax?
Laserdisc?
My uncle's got one. Let's go." Yeah. Laserdisc. Did they even do Laserdisc? You can buy laser. They're surprisingly expensive.
They are.
It's like, oh, I really want this copy of 2001: The Space Odyssey on Laserdisc.
I did find Aliens on Laserdisc once. I almost bought it.
Okay, so you and I sat here 2 weeks ago, and you almost bought the VHS screener for Cocoon,
yeah.
like the one owned by Wilford.
Yeah,
Brimley.
it said for Wilford Brimley, and I wanted to buy it. I think it's still for sale.
I'm sure it's still for sale. It was like $9, dude. Yeah. I want to get him to sign my copy of Battle for Endor. So, yeah.
I was in the movie with a bunch of Ewoks. They talked to me about diabetes.
The plot was so sweet, I got diabetes.
I didn't have diabetes till I was on the movie.
Yeah,
the movie was so sweet.
So a big theme of our podcast last year was the love of Wilford Brimley, and
that was love, last year. That's every show.
And by love, I mean we really make fun of him a lot.
If you never got to see the show where we actually found Ice Ice Brimley, that was a great song.
That was great. Yeah,
I got a dick like a horse.
Yeah, he's like, I'm with a new girl about every 20 minutes.
Eats my Brimley poo.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. So
Ice Brimley,
and then we were just talking about it. And we're like, what happens to these people? But I don't know. We're digressing. What were we talking about? I don't even know what we're talking about.
Well, we started out singing, and then we got to comedy, talking about old Saturday Night Live,
yep.
Which we usually always come around to.
Yeah, I'm saying it's still a relevant show. It's funny. Like I enjoy these guys like Pete Davidson and like Mikey Day.
See, Pete Davidson,
they're funny.
He has a couple where I'm like, all right, that's not too bad. And then he has some where I'm just like, I don't like him.
He's messed up, and that's the thing. It's like he's like, and he really pokes fun at himself a lot. Like he called out this Republican guy who has like one eye and all that. It was like a war hero.
Yeah.
Then the next episode, they had the guy on making fun of Pete, and he's like, "Oh, hold on, let me get my phone." And he plays the song "Pete Davidson" by Ariana Grande, who had like literally just dumped him. And I'm like, "Oh, dude, that's like to be able to poke fun at yourself like that." The only person really funny.
That I like that he plays is that Chad character.
Oh, Jesus.
Or just yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It was it was me. I'm the killer. All right, cool, man.
Like I do like that one because like I saw the one where like they're making fun of like Narnia and stuff, and they're like, "You can save us. You're our only hope." Okay.
I actually kind of like him better than Jimmy Fallon on the show.
Yeah, he is a little better.
Because to me, Jimmy Fallon had he was in the cowbell sketch.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the only Jimmy Fallon that I enjoyed.
Needs more cowbell.
Yeah.
Come
on, Gene, you ruined it for us.
I got an illness. The only cure for it is more cowbell.
Baby, golden diapers.
I mean, come on, dude.
Go
that was the Will Ferrell era. It was just the Will Ferrell show with
all right. Well,
supporting cast.
Here's the thing: when you put some of these guys together, they're funny. When you put some of them together, they're not. Like the Perfect Cheer bullshit, I did not like ever. No. I don't think I ever liked it. Maybe the one with David Duchovny in it.
Yeah.
But he's just like he's so like overeager and stupid, and I'm like, this is not funny, Will Ferrell. But then when he comes on as like the old grizzled guy who's doing like nude modeling and all that, that was funny.
My favorite one was The Devil That Can't Write Songs.
Oh, I
Did you ever see that one with Garth Brooks and?
Oh yeah, that was a good
like,
episode.
I'll sell your soul and I'll give you a sweet song. All right, here's this one. Fred's got pants, and they're really good.
That was a great episode actually. The Jeopardy on that was hilarious.
Yeah, Jeopardy was always great.
It's like Prospector Jeopardy or something. See, that was good stuff, but it's like Will Ferrell stuff was so hit or miss. Like,
and now we have Turd Ferguson.
It's Turd. There's the name.
I'll take the rapist for 200.
Then again, you got Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
Who was funny.
Well, like they were funny, but it was kind of like the Will Ferrell show with supporting cast.
Featuring Tim Meadows.
Yeah, Tim Meadows, all those guys. I mean, come on, the Sean Connery impressions were knock on with what's his name?
Yeah, with Daryl Hammond.
Yeah, Daryl.
Like the third thing that he could do.
What
like,
sound does your mother make? Woof. Just like your mother likes it, Trebek.
The day is mine. It's funny. I find that like most of the impressions that I do are like impressions of the Saturday Night Live character ones.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm apparently so cultured. So
I'm very cultured because I'm Troy McClure.
Like a fine yogurt. You may remember me from such wonderful films as Dial M for Murderousness.
Is that a candy?
It's a cough drop.
Is that a sweet candy in your pocket that you're not sharing with me?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I am. I didn't think you were eating solids.
Yeah, I'm back on the solid. Still some semi-solids.
Congratulations to Justen.
Yay!
For being on solids.
Yay, surgery.
So, going completely random here. Saying congratulations to my friend Bob, who just had his second daughter today.
Well, congratulations, Bob.
Yep.
Celebrity death match.
Celebrity death match or
celebrity death that moved. I would have to say Robin Williams was the one that hurt.
Ooh, that one hurt.
Because Robin Williams was like my whole childhood. That was, Aladdin, Flubber, Hook.
Then knowing that he's not going to be in anything else like really messed you up.
Yeah.
That's a great question about what celebrity. Stan Lee was pretty big. I mean, that was a big one, and that still hurts.
It didn't like move me as much.
No. Robin Williams was for you.
Robin Williams was definitely one. I mean, actually, I would say it was a tie of.
Thank you, Sarah. Yes, good call. We had a baby, it's a boy. Dial 1-800-COLLECT today.
That's collect commercials, man.
That is a great throwback there. We had a baby, it's a boy.
Who's that? Nobody. Or it's Bob. He had a baby, it's a boy.
Another thing kids won't have to deal with.
Alan Rickman. A lot of people felt like that, but I wasn't a Harry Potter fan. I just knew him from Die Hard.
Well, his best role ever was probably Die Hard. Yeah, that was also his first role.
Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman, definitely. That was
Chris Farley was a big one for me too.
And between the two of them, I am a huge Phil Hartman fan, and I mean just everything that he did on The Simpsons and all that. A town with a monorail is. I can't even think of it. But yeah, Phil Hartman was a big one. Yeah, Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
Chris Cornell was huge. That was a big. That kind of made people bummed out for months.
Yeah.
David Bowie and Carrie Fisher. Man, that was a rough year. Like everybody started dying off. Let's just say 2016 was a bummer year. I believe is that the year that Robin Williams passed away?
Might
have been that.
Might have been. I don't know.
That was rough.
But I remember when Chris Farley passed away. I remember I got in the car after school. My mom told me, and I was really sad.
That's rough. Farley was a rough one because he was at the top of his career. No, it's not. You're not bringing the mood down at all. It's a great thing.
I'm so sad now. I don't want to do the show anymore.
Yeah, no. Luke Perry. I mean, I don't feel like that was. 2014 it was. I don't feel like Luke Perry affected me as much because I mean I liked him in Buffy the Vampire Slayer and I liked him in Simpsons.
No, don't lie. You had a 90210 poster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, King Kong Bundy. Yeah. No, I probably felt more about King Kong Bundy, who I brought up on last week's show, more than Luke Perry. But I mean, I have no beef with Luke Perry, anything like that. No. He was good on Family Guy when he was there. Are you gonna tell me? Adam West. Adam West was a big one.
Adam West.
That one stung quite a bit. Yeah, it's just like you're not gonna have any more of those wonderful moments that you've had with him, and I think that.
I'm trying to think now. I got to remember who's passed away because there are celebrities, and you're like, are they still alive?
Yeah, pretty much.
Then you got to Google them and go, oh no, they're still alive.
Let's talk about celebrities that we're glad that are still alive. So.
Can we talk about celebrities we wish we
I don't know. I don't know why I'm talking so much shit about Luke Perry. I don't. You'd be mad at me if you like him on Riverdale and all that. He did a good job. He's a perfectly serviceable actor. I don't know. Maybe because I had him shoved down my throat because it was my sister's favorite from 90210. I don't know.
I have no problem with Luke Perry.
Yeah. Tried for Dates and Eddie Guerrero. Oh, Eddie Guerrero. Dude, that was like a lot of the wrestlers and all that stuff was pretty nasty too. And the funny thing is Terry Funk is still going at it. I don't think he's ever going to die. And I hope not. So, and like Goldust is still wrestling. It's crazy. But
let's see.
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero was a tough one. I've been on record saying that I'm not a fan of what's his name, the Canadian Crippler, Chris Benoit. Like he was not my fan, and I was not his fan. So we had that sort of understanding. Not that we ever met, but yeah, a lot of the wrestlers back in the day when they passed away, Yokozuna had passed away. Remember him?
He was huge. I don't.
He was huge.
He was huge.
He was really big. Yeah.
Don't lie. Well, Michael Clark Duncan.
That was bad. Yeah, that too.
I always forget that he passed away because he passed away so young.
Yeah. Sarah.
I got to meet him once. He was a big dude.
Sarah's grandmother knew him from college.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
he's a local boy from around here.
Yeah, I got his autograph. He was a big dude.
Yep.
Gene Wilder. Oh, that was a tough one. Yeah.
You know, and it's some of these things like Phyllis Diller.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Petty was pretty nice. You know what I feel bad about? Who just had a birthday? Anton Yeltsin.
Yeah.
That was a bad one where it's like he didn't even get a chance, man. Yeah, dude, Tom Petty hurt. I tell this story all the time that I had a choice. I had a choice back in the day to go and see on the same day either Tom Petty or I got to see Gwar. Now, Gwar is crazy. It's a metal show where they have like these giant puppets and they spit like all kinds of liquids out at you and all that. Now, eventually, the lead singer of Gwar, Oderus Youngus, passed away. So didn't get to, I got to see him. But I never got to see Tom Petty. It was on the same day. I never got to see him. So it sucks. Great story. I know. Well, yeah, there you go.
And now back to our messages from Daniel's funeral home.
Oh, I forgot to talk about our sponsor. We actually have a sponsor today.
Oh, yes.
Today's show is brought to you by Tires. Rubber, black, sometimes with white on them. Tires. Put them on your car. Thank you.
Well, then.
I mean, would you go anywhere without tires?
Sometimes I like to go some places without tires.
Well,
some place I got wagon wheels.
Well, excuse me. I didn't realize I was sitting next to an Amish man. However,
support the war efforts and buy tires.
War bonds. Newsreel around the world. People selling tires.
Oh, we have our
war effort.
We have our C2E2 voices going.
Welcome.
What are you dressed as? I see you have giant boobs. In other news, I'm still stiff.
I would just like to say Jared Leto sucks. That's great, but I'm just the doorman. It doesn't matter.
This just in, Jared Leto's not playing the Joker. Who gives a shit?
This guy right here. That would be. I don't want to wish anyone dead, but if I
Macy Gray.
Wow, you.
That didn't say that.
I don't like Chris O'Donnell, but I don't wish him dead.
It's because he's a pleasure.
He's not a pleasure.
I don't know why you
NCIS LA is bullshit.
I don't know why you hate the man so much. He's not that bad.
Did you see The Bachelor? Like the movie?
Have you listened to Macy Gray's music?
No. But you know why? Because I'm an adult.
To say goodbye. And
He does not like Macy Gray.
I try to walk away and I stumble.
Let me get my lighter out. Yeah.
The movie sucks dicks.
Oh. Anyway, back to you.
This movie sucks dicks.
With your total chode boy.
We should start doing our movie reviews like this. Justin, we've watched Captain Marvel. You like it? I don't. We'll discuss later.
Tune in at 11 when we discuss which movie may actually kill you. Featuring The Ring. 8 days later.
Be sure to buy your movie tickets for the war effort. We want to slow down Hitler.
Punch Tojo in the face.
We saw Lita. There was a lot of robot love. Don't understand it. Don't get the times.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, though, because...
Who wants to put that dick in a coffee grinder? Not me. I had a friend who did it once. Now he's a lady. He goes by Caitlyn Jenner.
You're friends with... We're on tonight at 11. We'll tell you what to do. Best looting spots. Buy tires. I was looking at this, and you know, we are legitimately sponsored by Tires. Because without tires, we would not be here. So
Is that your philosophical thing of the day?
And
Without
our next week's
tires.
sponsor, paper.
I thought it would be air.
No,
The
no.
air you breathe.
Good.
The canned air.
When was the last time we made a good Spaceballs reference? You know,
Bar.
it's like, honey, get in here. Yeah. They're like, we're all assholes, sir. Ah,
She doesn't look Jewish.
barf. Not in here, mister. It's a Mercedes.
Pizza the Hut.
Or else pizza will send out for you.
Where's C2E2? What'd you find? I ain't found shit.
We're going to do the short version. Do you? Yes. Do you? All right, fine. You're married.
We should do that while we're there.
Everything now is happening now, sir. Go back. What? We missed it. When? Just now.
No, we should totally do that though, where we cut. I ain't found shit.
What's going on the radar? This isn't radar, sir. What is it?
Bloops.
Mr. Coffee. I always drink coffee when I watch my radar. You know that. We all know that, sir.
Oh,
What a great movie, man.
it was a great movie.
We Spaceballs, the tire.
The kids love it.
Did you see the movie Rubber?
No.
It was about a tire.
I saw that at
It
Kids
was
Team.
messed up. When will that be now? Soon. No. Go past this part. Go past.
They jammed the radar, sir.
Only one dares to give me the raspberry. Lone Star.
I see your Schwartz is bigger than mine.
He did it. I love that. Just like random quotes from a movie, just like out of it. I mean, how much fun is that?
Dude, it's Mel Brooks movies, dude.
Yeah.
They're all quotable.
Sorry, just clearing my throat.
From this day forward, all the toilets in the land shall be known as John's.
I have a mall.
Oh, you've been shot.
Can you do that? Can you do that line with the dear Forrester killed the buck in the what? It's like, what? You killed a forest in the
If you don't pay no toll, then we don't get no rolls. I'll make that up myself. Time out, bad guys. I need more air. I am a chew. So
I mean-
sneeze.
Why not just jump over the river on this side? Look, I'm on this side. I'm on this side.
Oh, Master Robin, you've lost your arms in battle, but you grew some nice boobs.
I heard that from a mile away.
Blinking. What?
Let's fox him. What exactly is a circumcision? Oh, the ladies love it. I'll take two. How is it done? You take the thing, you cut the tip.
I'm Friar Tuckman,
Oh.
the Moyle.
I already got one.
Oh, I panicked.
Bowls of a crocodile.
No, this is dinner. You should have hired me as your cook. See, the thing though I noticed is that nobody can ever quote Dracula Dead and Loving It.
Yeah.
I don't know it well enough to quote it, and I know it was like one of his last ones. It wasn't that funny, but you know.
Because I mean, you can quote Young Frankenstein.
Oh yeah,
From
I mean,
Rooker.
roll in the hay.
Wasn't your hump on the other side? I
Yeah,
have a hump.
yeah. See the same type of joke.
Give this man an enema.
Well, see, that makes me think of this town needs an enema.
Oh, springtime for Hitler.
do you watch? Did you ever watch that? The Producers.
Yeah,
That was his first movie. I love that movie.
I actually at one point had the whole box set, but then I got divorced and it went missing.
Put the candle back.
Scandal back. I didn't watch that movie at all.
Frankenstein. You know what I loved about that? The guy in the very beginning was the voice of Brainy Smurf.
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, tell me about this," and blah blah blah, Papa Smurf. And I'm like, dude, that's Brainy Smurf's voice.
Igo? I thought it was Ego. Well, they were wrong, weren't they?
You know what? That is reminiscent of our very first podcast where we started talking about Marty Feldman.
Yeah.
You know, and just how great Marty Feldman was with his big bulging eyes. And actually, it's Igor.
Oh, those were such great movies.
Yeah, no,
They
they're-
definitely don't make them like that anymore.
No, definitely not. So, I mean, the last good farce movie was probably like a Wayans Brothers film or something.
Probably like the second scary movie, or like the last one.
I thought the third one was funny.
Third one
Let
wasn't
me
bad.
just grab these nuts.
I mean, the third one wasn't bad.
It was not done by the same people.
My favorite part of that was just the little kid when he's walking around going, "You're gonna die on a bus. You're gonna smoke up. You're gonna die from cancer. It's a boy."
God, yeah, and that just ruined out for everybody. Yeah, celebrity deaths. You know what? I thought about it. I thought about this. I was just thinking about it. The death that affected me out of everybody is 1985 Transformers the movie. Optimus Prime dies. I fucking cried. I cried like a baby. Out. And he's like, "The matrix of leadership is in you." He dies, and Judd Nelson takes over, and like Ultra Magnus is there, and I'm like, "Oh, fucking." You know, yeah, that affected me.
Scenes in movies that make you cry? I never cry. It's always dust in my eye.
No, that was before my heart hardened into a hard brick of stone.
Thanks for spoiling that, bro. I just went to Blockbuster. I rented it, and you fucking ruined it.
It just had like its 35th anniversary, and he hasn't gotten around to see it. You're like, well, let me tell you about the new movie Citizen Kane. Well, guess what? Rosebud is a.
Let's talk about Forrest Gump.
Stupid is as stupid does.
Who can believe Jenny dies at the end?
What? I never got that far. Oh, I was saving it on TNT. I can't handle this type of confrontation.
Sorry for ruining your Black Panther party.
Wakanda forever.
Oh, how great! I mean, let's talk about like we were talking about comedy in the nowadays and stuff like that. How great would it have been, during the Black Lives Matter if someone dressed up like a Forrest Gump was like, "Sorry for ruining your Black Panther party."
That would be great. I think Tom Hanks should have shown up in the movie. He'd be like director of S.H.I.E.L.D. Ever have a big movie ending spoiled? Yeah, absolutely. Titanic. Another big movie ending spoiled, Avatar, because I just didn't care. And I mean, I had to wake up and leave the theater, so I was like, and that spoiled a lovely dream.
Yeah, it was spoiled for me when I went and saw Bumblebee because I thought it would be good.
Yeah. I don't know. It's. I feel like you can be really careful about some of the stuff now. Like I wasn't even gonna watch some of this stuff. I'm right now. Like anything that's coming out about Infinity War, I'm not looking at. I didn't want anything to spoil Deadpool 2 for me.
You didn't want the first Avengers, and I was like, "Hey, I know some spoilers." You're like, "Shut up."
I'm like, quiet down, I'm starving.
I'm not going to talk to you for the rest of the week. I'm like, why are you talking like Batman? I don't know.
Alfred told me. Dead parents.
By the way, we're sponsored by Bruce's Yams. They're delicious and nutritious.
The only yam that comes in a can.
Bane straight up broke my can.
This is a throwback to an earlier episode in which...
and to be honest, if you haven't looked yet, you can actually buy a can of Bruce's Yams.
Yep. The rest of them died. No! You bastard! Why couldn't they edit that comment? Yeah, no, it's one of those things I think it's like, if there's anything that's like really shocking, like if someone hadn't seen like The Sixth Sense or something by now, and they spoiled it, I'd be like, oh, okay, I guess I'll see it, even though I know what's going to happen. Well, yeah. I thought his last movie was good. So.
Glass?
Yeah.
Glass was good.
And I thought Split was probably the best thing he's ever done.
I don't know about the best thing.
I do.
I remember watching The Sixth Sense for the first time. Okay, Sixth Sense is definitely a one-watch movie, because after you watch it the first time, you're like, I know the ending. But when you watch it that first time, you're like, whoa, boom, mind blown.
Underrated movie from him was Signs. I feel like Signs was better than people remember. And it's like, it's actually pretty good.
It was definitely better than, what was the one with the weeds?
Oh, The Happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, which they pretty much based Bird Box on.
Which way's the wind blowing? Oh my God, look at her mood ring. Oh.
Got news for you, buddy. Huh? How you doing? Huh? Say hello to your mother for me.
Oh God, not the mile 22.
Oh, you've never seen it out of? Oh yeah, dude, fucking mile 22.
Mile 22 will ruin it for you. At the end, the bad guy goes, "Hey, say hello to your mother for me." He goes, "Hey, what's that mean? Why'd you say hello to your mother for me?"
What's going on? I'm getting angry and aggressive. I'm gonna sing now. Feel the vibration. Yeah, Sixth Sense was ruined. You know what's funny too? Sixth Sense came out the same time as Stir of Echoes, and I feel like Stir of Echoes with Kevin Bacon was like such a better movie, but it just didn't get the same.
That's because Stir of Echoes, the ending it built up to it. It wasn't like The Sixth Sense where it was like, holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you can kind of tell. It's like, oh, it's a ghost, and he's gonna do this.
But dude, I mean, when you first time you watched Sixth Sense, you had no idea about Bruce Willis.
No clue
You
at
just
all.
thought you thought the kid was fucked up. And then at the end, you're like, whoa.
And now you look back, and then you look back on it, and you can see all the things with like the mom never spoke to him, and it's like, okay, you get this.
That's why I said. I mean, it's a one-watch movie.
Yeah, it totally is. And if you already know the secret, you know the secret. It's not that good. So it lacks replay value. So it's
dead people.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Yeah. I mean, it's not like there was bad acting or anything like that. It's just like it really just got old. So I will go on record and say there's movies that I've liked. Like I've liked parts of The Village. The Village as a whole is a piece of crap. Yeah. But I've liked parts of it. And I also liked Lady in the Water.
I did. I did not like Lady in the
Dude
Water.
with the really big arm. Paul Giamatti over here trying to save whatever her name is. Hey, El Crudo!
What is going on?
How are you, sir?
But M. Night Shyamalan movies, a lot of them are one-off. I would have to say Signs is great. I've watched Signs more than
Signs
once.
Good. We were just talking about for El Crudo who just joined. We were just talking about celebrity deaths. Who was the biggest one that impacted you? I was saying Optimus Prime
and
from
movies that got ended,
and then movies that had surprise endings that spoiled.
Yeah, you got spoiled.
Yeah. We're just kind of going with the flow tonight, doing stuff, but got my "What About Bob" T-shirt on. Don't hassle me, I'm local. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm a schizophrenic, and so am I. Yeah.
Wayne's World was ruined for me because the Scooby-Doo ending.
I feel like the trailer, you definitely got a different movie than what you saw in the trailer, though, for Wayne's World. So
yeah.
And as I go more into my later years in life, I realize that I could just watch Wayne's World all the time.
It's great on rewatch as many times as you want. So, dude, it's Wayne's World to me is like Forrest Gump. It's one of those movies when it's on, I'm going to watch it. Forrest Gump's that way too. I've seen it a million times, but it's on TV. I can't help. It's like a train wreck. I'm like,
for me, that's Shawshank Redemption.
That too. That's another one.
My friend Andy.
He
climbed through a mile of shit and came out clean the other side.
I doubt they'll look for an old crook like me.
I put my name next to Red was here.
Yeah, Brooks.
Yeah.
You know who doesn't get a lot of credit? The other guy. The other guy, not Brooks and not Red. The other guy.
Yeah.
He went to jail for killing someone too. Give him some damn credit. The
Andy,
cowboy.
Andy fought off the dandies.
I'd like to tell you he fought the good fight, but the sisters won.
Oh, that was great.
There's his CNN. Oh yeah, you know what? We haven't got a chance to talk about
God.
I don't think that the Lion King remake is any good, and I think that it's bullshit. And we're gonna watch the exact same movie just in CGI.
Dude, it's the same way with Beauty and the Beast. It was the same exact movie.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Beauty and the Beast had at least open to interpretation because there were people in it. This is animated animals doing a movie based on animated animals.
We'll see.
You could see. I think it's poopy.
Disney needs to do something. They're like, we're running out of ideas.
Let's redo everything we did in the 90s. I'm waiting for that Black Cauldron remake. You know,
Let's remake some of the racist shit.
Well, they are. They're with Dumbo, the crows that were in it. When I see an elephant fly, I'm like, that's a little much.
Here are those racist Mickey cartoons. Let's make them.
Might be better than Aladdin. I think Aladdin's going to be
You
way
ain't
better.
never been a
I think it's going to be good. I
have to say, on the new trailer that was released, makes it look better.
Yeah, I mean, he looks silly. So she's pumped on the Lion King. Everybody's girlfriend is pumped on the Lion King, right?
Not mine. She was pumped for Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, was she?
A whole new world.
That's Aladdin.
I know.
Yes.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
That's pretty good.
Plug myself.
Uh-oh. He unplugged his colostomy bag. It's full of shit. Yeah, I'm not pumped about the Lion King because
I think they should have put Morgan Freeman as the genie.
Like why didn't they just make it Hamlet or something? So
They should have made Morgan Freeman.
oh, Aladdin's gonna get buried, of course, because we all know the biggest hit of this movie that comes out. It's gonna be Hellboy.
Shazam.
I've gone on record saying I think Shazam is gonna be
Shazam.
I think
Shanae is gonna do good in the theater. Let me tell you, Tyler Perry's new movie Shanae ain't gonna do real good.
Speaking of racism, they're building all. Oh, are they? That's pretty racist, I guess. I don't know. Keep all the white people out.
Jason's gonna stand guard at the front gate.
Yeah.
I'm racist, Jason.
We are down the street from Camp Crystal Lake here, which is a real thing.
That's well. Here we should throw back too. We talked about this in like a year ago.
Mhm.
We talked about how horror movies people are always racist. Jason is the most racist motherfucker ever because he kills the black people first.
He does, yeah. We joked about it. Be like, yeah, he's racist, Jason. That's what he does. He kills off minorities first, and it's like everyone's like, hey, what's going on there, Jason? He's like, what? You just killed all the black and the Hispanic people. It's like, no, I didn't. That guy's white. He's like, no, he's not. This is Puerto Rican. It's like, yeah, that was racist, Jason, a character that we came up with. We thought it was a good idea.
At the time, it seemed good. Now looking back at it,
It still seems good. Yeah. We're not white. We're opaque. He can't see through the mask. Yeah, he can't see the mask. He can see. He knows what he did. So don't forget that one where he just wore a burlap sack.
Actually, let's be honest. He's Tyrone Biggums.
Is he?
because he is a hockey player.
He's a hockey player.
He's Tyrone Biggums.
That's a really good point. Wow, power! It's only, you know what? When I say it, it just sounds like something a white guy would say.
I was
Though.
about to say, if you just took that out of context and edited right there,
We would have 1 million followers of hate.
Well, followers are followers. No,
And for that, he divorced his wife of 30 years.
Lovely. That's lovely.
oh, that was.
Well, yeah,
a
we
classic
had
sketch. That was a great.
racist Jason. We talked about. They actually put a big statue of Jason on the bottom of this lake, and if you do a dive in like scuba gear, you can go down and see the statue of Jason in Crystal Lake. Yeah, so it's kind of cool, and that's not too far from here, I believe.
It'd all be better if they played that while you're getting ready to dive.
I mean, it's always better if you hear that. I prefer the one from was it Teen Wolf? Bow bow, chicka chicka, bow bow. No, that's Ferris Bueller. Chicka chicka, chicka chicka. Never had one lesson. So, do you think that we're going to get to a point where they start remaking the like the Breakfast Club and stuff like that? Since that's where we're at.
Haven't they already remade The Breakfast Club?
I don't know. I mean, I know Family Guy did it. So
That
was man. Nothing's creepier than that. Like the Hills Have Eyes. So or something.
Dude,
Never again. So you don't think they'll get to that point? I do. I think that there's enough bad ideas and people with money out there that they're gonna just redo that shit.
except for they can't redo a lot of those because they got a lot of racist shit in them, like the Asian foreign exchange dude. What happened to Hasta?
Oh, was that
They've already talked to like
Long Duck Dong?
Yeah, they already talked about Deliverance.
Yeah, they already talked about redoing it, and they're like, oh, this movie's actually about date rape because she passes out and like the other guy trades her for another girl. And
Well, like I talked about American Pie, which came out in 1999, where he was filming her naked. Like yeah, you go to jail for that now. It's like times have changed, dude.
yeah, like somebody talked about John Hughes movies and how they're all date rape movies.
Well, maybe. So maybe they'll redo them and it won't be date rape. Or maybe they'll redo them and it'll be the Bill Cosby story. He's like, you see, we got Samantha and it's her 16th birthday.
We put the people in the jello pudding and then we give it to the girls.
Sweet 16 and Michael Ian Black. I don't know who's there. What's his name?
This is my good friend,
Anthony Michael Hall.
this is my good friend Michael Jackson.
come over here, kids.
All right, so coming here, I was having this discussion. Can you take someone like Michael Jackson, or maybe someone who's just like absolutely terrible person? Can you separate their art from them as a person?
Yeah, I think you can.
I think you can too, to a point. Like, I would not go to a Michael Jackson concert.
Let's just say wedding DJs are having the toughest week ever because they can't play Michael Jackson or R. Kelly.
Oh, wait, why were they playing R. Kelly? Captain of Classic.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it. Oh, talk about remakes. Space Jam remake. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
With LeBron James.
Dude,
Fucking done.
You act like that's ever going to happen. We can't separate the Constitution from Thomas Jefferson. You're exactly right. We can.
No, we can't. He signed it with Herbie Hancock.
That's another anchor man.
No,
it was
Herbie
me,
Hancock. That was Chris Farley.
And it was John Jack. What was it?
That was
Thriller was amazing. It was the best horror movie of the 80s. Absolutely.
He made Thriller.
I was just thinking about it, and it's like, do I have to really give up PYT? I got to love you, PYT, pretty young thing. You know, and I'm like, I got to give that up. I'm like,
talking about Chappelle though.
yeah,
He's talking about. I ain't never seen Michael Jackson's balls, but I bet you I could describe them. There's balls. There's a shaft. Probably some glitter on them.
yeah. I mean, as I was saying to Sarah earlier, I'm like, I feel like I can separate it for someone like Michael Jackson because I always thought he was guilty. I'm like, yeah,
everybody knew it,
you know. But it's different with like some people. It's like R. Kelly is absolutely deified, and like we were even just making fun of him right now. But it's like, did he do anything probably as bad as Michael Jackson? Maybe not. You know, we don't know. You know,
I mean, he just held people in his house captive
in a closet. Wow,
that's where he got
art
the song.
Imitates
life.
life.
That's I was about to say. That's where he got the song.
That's crazy.
This girl's like, "Let me out of your closet." And he's like, "Wait a minute, that's a good lyric." Trapped in the closet.
Depends on what went down, Chris Benoit. Yeah, I mean, I'm critical of Chris Benoit based on his wrestling, and I know a lot of people think, oh, he was such a great technical wrestler and all that. I find him uninteresting. That was the whole thing with Chris Benoit. I mean, it was a terrible tragedy what happened to the guy, but I mean, he felt pressured to be on the top of his game by taking drugs and steroids and stuff like that, and it kind of led into that. And I mean, wasn't he also a contemporary of Eddie Guerrero, who were kind of hanging out? But if you look at Eddie Guerrero, he's the exact opposite sort of performer. And I'm putting Justen to sleep over here. But Eddie Guerrero was just amazing. And you watched him, and even if you hated the guy, you had to admit that he was fun to watch. Chris Benoit, it's like, okay, I'm going to fall on you. And that was like one of his moves. He just literally fell off the turnbuckle, like on top, and he hits you with his head, barely. And I'm like, yeah, not entertaining. But that is my personal opinion of him as a performer.
And I know you love Bill Cosby because you still have your poster of Ghost Dad up.
Yeah, actually, it's Leonard Part 6. So, yeah, no, Eddie was a big one for the wrestling community because I mean, I think even like Juventud went nuts. You know, on
there was a dude named Juventud.
Yeah, his name is Juventud Guerrero. He's a masked wrestler. He was in WCW, you know, way back. But yeah. No, who? Oh, the Revolting Blob. Did you just mention Billy Madison on our podcast? All right. All right.
What are you doing?
Hey, Billy, what are we doing today?
What are you doing, Mr.
Dude, Billy's not here. He's at school. What?
That is correct. Another Chris Farley.
You want to get the penguin?
I want to get the penguin. What are you doing with the penguin?
I always heard Benoit was a big friend of Jericho, though. I thought they were buddies, but I don't know, maybe. But I'm a big Jericho guy. But Justin's not so big on the wrestling. I'm not so big on the football, so it's okay. He did not kill a man in the ring, but he did break Sabu's neck. He flipped him over and he landed on his neck, and then he got up and like left the ring and all that. And Chris Benoit was like, "Oh well, you know."
Come on, man. I'm just sitting over here not talking about nothing.
Oh, but you'll talk about Deadwood for like 5 hours. So
That's because it's fucking amazing.
Deadwood is the most amazing show that's ever.
I watched it when I lived in a van down by the river.
fair enough. Fair enough. Yes. So you still haven't got a chance to see Doom Patrol, right?
No,
And that's
I don't have. I don't
you
have
gotta get on
access.
that. You got to get on that shit. Brendan Fraser's in it.
I know
That guy's awesome.
It's a roboto. Domo man, ragato, miss.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Domo.
Domo.
Paw Patrol. Dude, I'm on like season 12, bro.
Yeah, man.
I got a 6-year-old, dude. I do watch that shit.
What-
Fancy
what-
Nancy, too.
Watch out for that Chick-a-Little.
Nancy.
Fancy Nancy. Kid shows today are such bullshit.
Dude, except for the bad part is when the kids leave the room and you're still watching, like, shut the fuck up. I need to see what the dog does.
You're like, oh, God, why did they call Rubble? That one's just the worst. Like, no one likes him. I feel bad that I know exactly what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's
Sadly,
like,
I know all those. Boss Baby. Ugh.
that's terrible.
I hated the movie.
That was Alec Baldwin?
Yeah. Well, no, they have a TV show now on Netflix, so I'm tortured with it anymore.
Oh, man. That's just rough. That's just rough.
It is rough.
But, I mean, we've talked about a lot today. There was,
for me.
Is that in the show?
No.
I came up with a new...
life for us. It's a hard knock life.
Yeah, it depends because I think like back in the day when my kids were young, maybe in like the early 2000s, they had shows like the Backyardigans and like Wonder Pets and stuff like that on Nickelodeon. And I genuinely love those shows and like Olivia and stuff. And they were like really, really fun to watch. Some of them are okay now, but it's I don't know.
Teletubbies.
I know, no, but my daughter does. It's so weird. It's like it's legitimately odd.
What were the creepy like 4 dudes that sing all the
The
time?
Boobas? Oh, the Wiggles?
Yeah.
Dude, I told you I was the brown Wiggle. Dancing with my friends.
Yummy.
Wonder Pets makes me want to eat a bullet. Well, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel.
Like Nickelodeon's gone down, man. Like,
He put it all in caps too.
Nickelodeon used to have some great shows, like Salute Your Shorts,
Mhm.
Pete and Pete.
I quoted that today. Salute your shorts. Someone said "ugh," and I posted a picture of "ugh."
Yeah, there was like such Clarissa
Bobby-
explains it all.
Bobby Budnick, yeah. Classic Nickelodeon shows were great.
Yeah, all that. Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Hey, dude.
Yeah. What was the
Something strange, something wrong, and something strange would make the home out on the range. Singing, yippee ki yeah.
They're bringing back some of those. They're bringing
Bring back, hey, dude.
No, they're bringing back Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Which they should have. I mean, that's like Goosebumps.
Goosebumps was great. The movie sucked.
I really liked Hey Dude.
Remember that time, like you were watching that show, and it's like pretty good.
that was awesome. Yeah, now I want to go watch Pete and Pete.
Pete and Pete, dude, they should have a reunion. They should make that a movie.
Oh fuck yeah, Pete and Pete the movie with
Pete gets out of
Endless
prison and
Mike,
actually has Petunia.
Endless Mike, and Open Face, and Nona of Melkenberg, and Steve Buscemi was in it as a crossing guard. Yeah, dude, Pete and Pete was well before its time. Absolutely.
It's great.
There's like people write their dissertations on Pete and Pete.
They should bring it back.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, with Polaris, the band at the beginning.
Didn't we all?
yeah, they got. Well, I mean, he was in all those Wendy's commercials, so.
Well, did you hear they're making a Sandlot TV show with the original cast? What's your take on that?
No, sir. No, sir. I don't like it.
So yeah, they're gonna remake a show.
I mean, is Benny the Jet on it?
Yeah, the whole original cast is on it.
I kind of do want to see that. So, except for who's that guy that got really big into the '60s? Yeah. What is? All right, I'm really intrigued actually to see what happens with the Sandlot if all the people come back. So, and you still got Dennis Leary around. He's like, yeah, you got my ball. Yeah, and if I could stab you,
He's probably dead at this point.
No, Dennis Leary's still kicking around.
Well, I know he's alive, but I'm talking about the TV show.
Yeah. some girl named Babe. Oh,
Babe.
you mean Herbert? George?
It'd be interesting to see if they have a beast.
Yeah, they do it now, and it's like the ball is signed by Derek Jeter, and I'm like, fuck this.
Throw it to the goddamn dog.
Why? Because I'm a Red Sox fan. That's why.
They're fucking wicked sweet.
Wicked pisser.
Fucking New England clam chowder.
They do serve that. You can get out of a shoe when you're there. You eat it out of a bucket, like a
Bostonians.
Yeah, you can get. Yeah, well, you know what you get outside? You get lobster. You get lobster outside in a big roll.
I fucking got my wife and Tina down here watching the fucking game. We'll fucking have some clam chowder.
It's Jody Lynn. Some girl named Josie. Yes, Jose. A Jose Canseco bet? Tell me you didn't pay money for this.
Oh, did my mic die? I saw I unplugged it a little bit. I hope you guys can hear me now.
Yep. He just got really uninterested when we started talking about how cool Eddie Guerrero was.
Hello.
Dude, Jose Canseco is an excellent deep cut. Thank you. I remember having like his Don Russ card or something in 1987. Back when
it's strawberry something. Dearly strawberries.
They sure do. Whack Hustle too, Skip.
It's Sammy Susi.
See, you know him because you're from this area. No one else cared about Sammy Sosa except for like that 1 year.
Do you want to see some government secrets or see me hit some dingers?
Dingers with his mullet. Yeah, dude, Jose Canseco is like, he's a tree trunk of a man too. If you ever see him, he's like, I never stopped doing steroids. Didn't
he marry Brigitte Nielsen or something like that too?
I don't know, but that sounds like something that would have happened back then.
He was fucking weird.
Yeah. His ex-wife though did Playboy back in the day, so I don't know.
Swing.
She got. Is that still a thing? Is Playboy magazine still a thing?
I think it's just digital now.
I don't know, man. That's crazy.
You
know what killed it?
No, it's still there.
What killed it was Maxim. You remember Maxim?
Yeah.
Did you have a subscription that you got?
I did. Who didn't? What teenage boy didn't?
Were you an FHM guy?
No.
Fuck that magazine. He didn't do steroids and cycles. He just did them all. Yeah, exactly. He's like the guy from Baywatch that got addicted. Fucking Hobie from Baywatch. And you know what? It's funny too because the internet totally killed Baywatch. Yeah. They're like, "What do we need you for? We got porn now."
Don't need to see girls running up and down the beach. We have it downloading.
We got porn. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I got a picture of a donkey doing a girl.
I know why Pepperidge Farm guy shows up.
David Hasselhoff.
Check it out, ex-hamsters. Not looking at it work.
I think we should just talk like that all the time. Welcome to the Old Time Newscast.
Newsreel. Let's see. You had Maxim until they did a cover with a girl from Sopranos, who I'm sure was 18. That was Judy Lynn Sigler or something like that. I remember that. They had a spread on Rachel Ray too. I remember that was it was crazy. Like way back. They had everybody. They were just like, we don't care. We're gonna get them.
That's just in. If they're a girl and they have boobs, they're in Maxim.
Yeah, pretty much. They were pretty nondescript. I think Nicole Bass was in there one time.
Did anybody actually read Maxim though? I think you just flipped through the pictures.
You know, honestly, to me, Maxim was just like one never-ending. Like it was like the swimsuit edition, just with like tons of cologne samples in it. You know, it's like try this, Jacanoa.
I remember the only issue I ever kept though was Lacey Chabaret or whatever her name is.
Oh, you still have that issue?
No, I lost it.
Oh, okay.
Dude, she was hot.
Well, look, 18 is legal here.
Want to
but
touch
maybe...
the hiney.
If you're in Florida, 16 is.
Well, I'm not in Florida.
I lived in Florida. Dude, there's some fucking backwards ass laws in that state.
Yeah.
I lived in Florida, but never again.
You ever look into the issues got thicker and thicker with that? Yeah, it's absolutely true, and it wasn't even stuff that's like in the Playboy. I remember back in the day, it'd be
That's
like
just in. Let me tell you about something else that got thicker and thicker with Max.
Yeah, they had a thing on fashion for whose advice on slacks and like buy these alligator shoes. And like every other magazine, it's like I'm not going to spend that much money on this stuff.
Yeah, they did do that a lot. Like, oh, there's fucking $500 shoes.
But you would have like a whiskey ad or something, probably shot by Matt from the Duo Finds. You know,
then he wasn't working.
well, it'd be something like that. Like would show up and it'd be like Evan Williams whiskey. Try this.
Well,
but Maxim would have like Axe body spray, bro.
And it wasn't. Well, see, Maxim also turned into like it wasn't like, hey, top 10 fashion. It was like, get these pants to get girls.
Buy this hair gel, bro. Maybe that's it. Maybe it was just the big douchebag.
It became
magazine.
Dude Bro.
Yeah, it's like Dude Bro the magazine, Dude Bro. It's like
it became Wrigleyville in a magazine.
Ooh, yeah, that's a scathing review.
Wrigleyville in a magazine.
I remember they had this whole article on hot crotch once, and I'm like, oh, I find that interesting. So it's actually a fungus that grows on your balls, you know. And
we got a whole article about dick cheese this week. It's a fungus that grows on your dick.
Tune in next week when we talk about.
It's white and it looks like cheese.
Tell my wife Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah.
I just want to thank my wife and my girlfriend.
May the two never meet. Speaking of St. Patrick's Day,
toss luck of the Irish in a couple of days.
Yes, it is.
And we get him drunk and beating my wife.
And
then we'd be making another baby.
Faith and big order.
I gotta go get my corned beef, and then I gotta get my beer, and then I gotta go fuck my wife and beat her.
I mean, I believe you've said it all. So, but
there's a couple of parades. I might go checking them out. I might be peeing in
public. Do you go to the parades?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
It smells like fucking urine and puke.
Well, what else is new?
Well, I know,
I mean, it's like yeah. I mean, that's Chicago, and you know, I think that
is that homeless guy jerking off?
Yes, he is. You know, they say that they dye the river green, but I think that they actually just clean it one. You know, it's like they dye it every other day. They let it go back to its natural color. And it's like, ugh. Let me tell you about the water here. It's not good.
Let me tell you how the water gets green. Dave Matthews Band drives over the river, cleans the toilet.
I don't know if you guys ever heard this one about Dave Matthews Band when they were driving over the upper part of the bridge in Chicago and they let their shitter go onto a boat below of tourists. That's Dave I think that they did the same thing just by letting the music play. Like,
Dave Matthews.
it is the scent of Ireland. You know, it's a wonderful, majestic, rich history.
How did you know that? How do you know that's what I beat my wife with? I beat her with a bar of soap called Scent of
I would
Ireland.
just like to point out that I just quoted the other guys, and we did separately today Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg, but we did not talk about their work together.
That was a great movie.
That was a really, and Samuel L. Jackson and The Rock were together in that.
I'm a fucking lion and you're a tuna. I'll get my school of tuna family with breathing apparatus.
Gator's not happy.
Gators, bitches, best be wearing jimmies. I'm pregnant. Who baby that?
Bye, Sheila. Bye, Sheila.
Say bye to Sheila for me.
Better not be mine. Yeah, that's a good movie. And I feel like we need to talk more about that movie sometime.
It's also got Sam Jackson and The Rock in it.
So I've tried 2 times to get to this, but I want to talk about our newest segment. Sam Jackson, can he play it? Where we talk about roles that Sam Jackson could either not play.
Can Sam Jackson play it now?
Can Sam Jackson play it now? Okay, so your first role, and we'll put this every
motherfucker role.
Santa Claus.
Ho ho ho, motherfucker! I'm gonna deck the motherfucking halls with you bitches.
It sounds plausible.
Santa, why are you screaming? I'm not screaming. It's just the way I talk.
Does Santa Claus look like a bitch to you? English, motherfucker. Do you speak it? Elvis, motherfucker. Do you speak? Okay, so chime in on this
goddamn president, my goddamn sleigh.
Okay, all right. So I'm thinking emphatically. It sounds like he can play Santa Claus. Next one. If he's doing a role for children, can he play Oscar the Grouch?
Actually, that's an easy one. That was a Dave Chappelle skit, even.
Oscar, you're such a grouch. Bitch, I live in a motherfucking trash can.
Yes. Snake on a sleigh. Yes.
Tiny motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking sleigh.
So, yeah, I guess those are 2 easy ones. Those are the ones that I came up for this week for our Can Sam Jackson Play It? And
Can Sam Jackson play the role?
George Newman from UHF. I fucking love it because that's one of my favorite movies ever. 7:30. Terry, I'm in hell. I love that. Have you seen UHF?
I saw it forever. I saw it a while ago. I know it's.
I watch it. My kids love it. I have the soundtrack. Gandhi 2. I would love to see Samuel L. Jackson play a role like this. Yes, I think he should play George Newman from UHF. Absolutely, but even better than that, he would probably be someone like his uncle Bernie or something. That'd be good. One UHF station. Maybe he should play a character who's stepbrothers with Christopher Walken.
Wow, you're my brother.
You're really aggressive right now. Damn right, I'm aggressive.
He could be in the Twins movie.
Yeah, the remake of Twins. Christopher Walken, Samuel L. Jackson.
Twins. Wow.
What if? Yeah, that's a good call.
Why you want to get into my movie? That's my movie. Me and Danny DeVito.
Dell from Planes. Oh my God. Give me my fucking car. You fucking fuck.
Bitch, give me my motherfucking car.
Dude, that's a great deep cut because we talked about that on our Thanksgiving episode. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles on a rewatch. That was a great movie.
It is. It's a Thanksgiving movie, not a Christmas movie.
It is. It's Thanksgiving, not Christmas, and we talked about
a lot of people get that confused.
And then you get to you talk about surprise endings for the movie. You get to the ending and it's so freaking somber and just oh,
your wife's dead, son of a bitch.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, thanks a lot. I didn't know.
Yeah.
What if they redid The Great Outdoors with Samuel L. Jackson in it?
No,
like motherfucking bald-headed bear.
City Slickers. He can play Curly.
That'd be.
You know what the motherfucking one thing is?
You know
bitch?
what? I don't hate that idea. I actually love it. My gold is out here somewhere.
My motherfucking brother told me the one motherfucking thing.
And he could wear an eye patch.
Yeah.
That would be amazing, actually. I kind of like it. So let's save some of these for next time. You and I.
Who would play the supporting cast in
that? Billy Crystal, clearly.
Crystal's back.
Not. I mean, do we like John Lovitz? I like John Lovitz, and you get Harry too. You get Daniel Stern. I'm okay with this.
That's because you like acting.
I would, you know what I would love to see more than anything, actually, out of all this. So I know we haven't gone this. I want to see a continuation of Three Amigos. I want them to take that movie and do something, even if it's just like College Humor or something like that. Just some little snippet where I get a little bit more of Three Amigos.
That'd be great.
That would be so awesome. Huh?
Yeah, they're remaking it, so I'm sure it'll be.
Are they really?
No, I'm saying I'm sure they will eventually.
Yeah, they
and
probably
it'll be
will.
an all-female cast.
Yeah.
Where the three amigos?
The four amigos. I imagine the fourth amigo would have been Bill Murray. So, but he would have stole fucking everything. So, or John Candy, some of those, and then there've been funny bits of him jumping on a horse and the horse being like,
The horse collapses.
or do they get a more of a straight character who'd be like someone like it would just like do stuff and stuff would happen around him, you know?
Yeah. A fourth amigo. Who would that be? That would be a tough one.
Do you think they'll ever redo Police Academy?
No.
No.
Police Academy. I mean,
it was magical.
It's a fan favorite, but it
magical.
wasn't a big box office hit. Exactly.
Well, if Police Academy 6, 7, and 8 taught us anything, it's that you really can't recapture the magic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they'll bring that back.
And that's true too. They actually made 2 other police
Verizon.
academies. Yeah, probably they get Richard Hendricks to play. Hey, I'm a cowboy now. Hey, want to clone people?
I'm like a cowboy. Wait, how about they just bring the cast of Silicon Valley with Guilfoyle and Dinesh?
You know what? I love those guys. They're a great cast if
Well,
they did that.
Dude, it's C2E2. I totally want to go meet him.
Martin Starr. Yeah.
Be like, remember that time you were in the show and you did that thing? It was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I like when he dressed up as the Invisible. When they make a TV series with the same cast as the 7th and 8th movies, you know it's doomed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's gross. But I mean, we talked about all the stuff that's coming out. It's all based on properties too. It just seems like anything original right now is going by the wayside.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Batman.
Yeah, dude. I literally had like an explosion in my pants. They're doing a cartoon. It's a straight to DVD movie or straight to Blu-ray, which I'll be buying it on. It's Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I'm over the moon. So
Batman versus Teenage Mutant. Get it right.
You're right. It is versus. I'm so sorry.
Get it right.
Well,
wait. This show has integrity.
Well, I know which one they're doing too. They're doing it based on the first comic, and they're gonna basically like mutate everybody into animals and stuff. So Penguin becomes a penguin. Yeah. See, this is the thing too, and everybody says DC animation is the best, and it is. It's fantastic. But if you saw Into the Spider-Verse, it's kind of hard to make that claim now because Into the Spider-Verse was probably one of the best animated movies I've ever seen.
You know, I agree with that.
That's like your favorite movie now,
dude.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Do you like it more than Battleship?
That's a tough one.
I don't like it more than Battleship.
That's what I said. That's a tough one because
Battleship is a total
shit movie that I love.
I don't know why, but you turned me on to this movie and I friggin' love it. Battleship was amazing.
I remember I told you, I'm like, dude, you haven't seen it? You're like, no. I'm like, dude, it is so bad. It is amazing.
I watched The Meg and I'm like, I wish this was Battleship.
Dude, Battleship.
Like, I liked it and all.
It's like so bad. It's like Geostorm, but good.
How freaking cool was that movie? Yeah.
I don't know. The whole time, I'm like, I remember watching it for the first time. I was like, this movie is shit, but I can't stop watching.
And I did actually go see The Reign of the Superman in the theaters. I saw it. They did a double feature with Death of Superman and then The Reign of Superman. It was really good. I liked it. It was really cool. So it was awesome.
Yeah, DC animation's great, but yeah, Marvel knocked it out of the park with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
But it was Sony too, so
yeah, that was mostly Sony on their part. But dude, that was amazing.
And I mean, you really liked a lot of the aesthetics in it.
I did. I loved.
I like Nicolas Cage.
Yeah,
I can't seem to figure this thing out.
Wait, Superman died?
Yeah, it was the 90s. You know, a lot of people were doing it. He came back with a mullet, so in like a 5 o'clock shadow. So yeah,
which is so bad it's good. More Battleship or Pacific Rim?
Do you like
Battleship?
Do you like Pacific Rim?
I liked the first one. The
Yeah.
second one was trash. The second Pacific Rim
sucked
my balls.
So I didn't. Yeah, I can. So I didn't get Battleship because I hadn't seen it. I was always been a fan of the board game, and then I didn't understand until actually watching it that they integrated the parts of the board game into the movie, and it was so badly done, but it was like beautifully and seamfully. And they're like, "Oh, they're lizards," because I have a lizard. I'm like, "Holy fuck!" I'm like, "Really? They're talking about Battleship?" And Battleship, the movie, is bad, great. Yeah. It's not just a bad, good movie. It's a bad, great movie. because it has parts that are like genuinely amazing. Like the real life Army Ranger that they got, to play is like, oh, I don't have legs, and they got a real soldier to play.
Yep.
In that cheesy moment where they get all the people that manned the actual battleship from World War II and all that, and you're just like, go get them, boys. We're gonna do it.
Dude, that was the best part. They go out there,
man.
they're old dudes and shit. And you're like, yes.
Then on the other hand, you have Pacific Rim that has Ron Perlman, which is like it automatically elevates it to this great level. But yeah,
I gotta go Battleship.
I'm going Battleship on this one. I do like Pacific Rim. I did not even see the second
That's
one.
what the Art of War is. That is not right at all.
Well, Charlie Day's in it too. He's like, stuff.
Well, that's Pacific Rim, but I'm talking about Battleship. And it's like, fight your enemies where they're not. That is not what it means at all.
Oh, jeez, yeah. And it's like, did you buy that they were enemies? No, but it's all good.
No, that was great.
And Liam Neeson was in it for a minute, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the front. I like to get Pacific Rim.
I bet. On that note, thank you to our sponsors, Rubber Tires, for sponsoring us tonight. Thank you for everybody listening.
You don't want to dive more into the getting Pacific Rim.
I feel like it's in there.
Is that where the girl shoves a haiju up there?
What?
Isn't that what they're called?
Kaiju?
A kaiju.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not a haiju. It's a kaiju.
All I know is the ground's bad.
Rim tires.
Rim tires. Pacific Rim tires.
Just in, we got new tires. They're rimmed for her pleasure.
What? She likes taking a pleasurable drive.
Does your wife like pleasurable Sunday drives when the kids aren't around? Rimmed tires from Continental.
Maybe she stops out on the side of the road and meets with a gentleman.
Does your lady like gentleman callers?
Gentleman callers?
Or is your wife just a straight up whore like mine?
If there's any cheating, like my wife, the dirty whore, I'm just gonna lose it.
Wait, let's get this right. My wife is just a dirty.
New for 1954 tires for the little lady. Does your wheelbarrow need a good tire?
Let's be honest, it's 1954. What the fuck's she doing out of the kitchen?
If this was 1954, we'd be brought to you by Camel's Unfiltered Cigarettes for that wonderful flavor.
My good God, a Negro man.
It's 1954, man. Blast from the past. Come on, it's a movie.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I knew exactly what you were talking about. So, old man Wade's gonna kill us. Well, was that just? Yep, International Women's Day. Buy the lady some tires.
Does your wife enjoy cooking? I bet she does.
But I will tell you this: a nice little 9 out of 10. Recommend tires. Dentists too. Kids love them. I'm spinning this tire with a stick.
What rolls downstairs, overs and pears, and rolls over your neighbor's dog? Tires.
It fits on your back. It's great for a snack.
That's tires.
Oh, okay.
You know what? One time I found that Goodyear fellow in my bedroom.
The Michelin Man?
Yeah, he said he was just giving my wife a good rotation.
He said he needed a blowjob. Oh, that makes me think of The Jerk. Right? I'll have some extra money next week. I heard I was getting a blowjob. So we are actually getting someone that is going to be considered a sponsor because he's sending us a whole box of goodies.
Whole box, ladies and gentlemen.
If you guys get a chance, I want you to check out, if you have Instagram, check out @thehero_collector1. You can see him on our page. He's actually sending us a whole bunch of goodies.
But this just in, Instagram's down. World in the chaos.
It's down.
Millennials don't know what to do. They don't know what to do with their pictures of their food.
Don't have to check his. Yeah, he said he's sending us some stuff, and in this, he found an action figure from the movie Venom.
Nice.
That I know, and I'm super excited. We both love the movie, and we're gonna do it. So we can do an unboxing. Next show because it should be here.
Yes.
So thank you to the Hero Collector. Thank you to Dylan, and thank you to Tires.
Thank you to Tires.
Thank you to the Somebody's Network, right? Cretan Skill, thanks for joining us. El Crudo, thanks for joining us. I want to thank anyone else you want to thank?
Well,
maybe Nicolas Cage. You want to throw a little thanks out his way?
No.
Okay.
He hasn't made any good movies in a while.
Mandy was good. You didn't see
I
it.
didn't see Mandy.
Well, that's not my problem.
I didn't see Mandy, okay?
Joe was good.
Get off my ass.
Did you see Joe?
No.
Joe was good. Yep, definitely. Thank you to the Cretans Guild. You guys are hilarious.
Thank you to everybody for tuning in.
Yeah, I mean that's. I mean, yes, thank you.
So yeah, because you're a dirty, smelly pirate hooker. What? Oh shit, we're not off yet.
You literally had a chicken in your teeth for like 3 days. It wasn't even small. It was a wing.
Back to your home on Horror Island.
You're a scorpion woman.
There's a rainbow doomy on
it. I love it. You need to call me Nighthawk. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in.
You're a shit host.
Listening to us wax poetic. I mean, we talked about Spaceballs. We talked about a lot of stuff today. I wasn't even sure what we were going to talk about. We did our new segment. Oh, before we go, we have to do our challenge, our Justin versus Justin challenge.
Yeah, you wanted to bring back the challenge.
The challenge is this. So it's one Justin versus the other. We post what our opinion is on social media. We wait for a vote. And then at the end of that vote, the loser, or as I like to call them, the not winner, which is mostly me, has to sing either a theme song. It was like an 80s. So now it'll probably be something else, but it'll probably be some sort of embarrassing.
Shave your balls on camera.
Shave your balls.
Joke's on you. Mine are always booby smooth.
The winner needs to present himself to Michael Caine.
I think if the loser has to wax their asshole.
Where are you, D. Snyder? I mean, it's like, geez. Hey, everybody, welcome. Welcome to Strangeland 2, featuring Justin versus Justin.
I think the loser needs the super glue their butthole shut.
You're not getting me on that one again. Ugh. Winner needs to kiss Andy Dick.
Oh, shit.
Anyway.
That's just syphilis waiting to happen.
So we talked about this. Captain Marvel versus Captain Marvel. So Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers versus Shazam. So we were talking about this. I like the movie. You don't like the movie as much. No. So we're going to put this out there. Which horse are you going to back? I'm going to back Captain Marvel, the movie, and I'm going to say that that's going to be a bigger movie. So what do you think?
Oh, Captain Marvel. You're confusing me with all these Captain Marvels. I got to go with Shazam. I think Shazam's going to be better. The fucking previews are already funnier.
Yeah, and I do think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be the breakout movie of the year. But I think that Captain Marvel itself, for like the ladies and all that, I think this movie's gonna be bigger.
You just want to please the ladies.
Yeah, how about that hot Brie Larson action? Yeah, it's like, I mean, I feel like she's like Donna from 90210, where it's like she's got a lot of hot friends, but you're like, yeah. And she's like, you want to go to dance with me, Justin? And I'm like, not really, Brie Larson. I was kind of hoping that your friend would ask me. But we could go as friends.
Peace out, Matt from the Duo Finds, and Shannon if she's listening.
Yep.
You two keep cool out there.
But we're going to post this, so make sure that you check out the video and you vote on this, and we'll see, because most of the time I lose the challenges.
Yes.
Except for that one where you pick the Star Wars quote of sand, it gets everywhere.
Sand, it gets in all your cracks and crevices.
Well, good night, guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Check us out next week.
Tune in next week, where we actually bring a tire and interview it.
Yes, Justin, what do you think about tires?
It's more of a sight gag, guys. But
hey, if you're listening to this on radio, you don't understand any of this shit.
Well, thank you, everybody, and have a good evening.
Remember that time you guys watched our podcast and it was awesome.
Joke's on you guys. We don't stop until it reaches 0.
Joke's on you guys. We actually have a different show.
Yeah. Welcome to the Justin versus Justin show.
Welcome to Justin's late night.
Welcome to Justin Talks.
Tonight, the Justin Red Diary.
Isn't this where we just talk about episodes?
One time there was a girl. I met her. She smelled like lavender.
You're supposed to do the voice of David Duchovny. The Red Shoe Diaries. We're talking about aliens and Californication. Oh, that's what I get for David Duchovny.
That one time, Andy Dufresne, he reared a woman.
He what? Did he kill his wife?
That's not part of the story.
It's part of your story
for another day. All right, everybody. We're out. Have a good night.
Thanks,
Catch you later. Be sure to follow us. Be sure to share. Be sure to like us. Get that like button up. Hit it.
Our Twitter's working again, so you can find us on Twitter.
Yeah.
The Somebody's Network. You can find us on Instagram, on Facebook, sometimes when Facebook works. And you can find us on YouTube.
And sometimes on the corner begging for a hot sandwich. Find us all over the place.
We will accept cold sandwiches.
Yeah. True. All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll catch you next week.
We're out.
Peace out.
It's a long show.